He's definitely a very, very solid player. And we'll get right into it then. The pistol is a go. Pensioners will be on that CT side. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting. I think if you get the CT start and the Pensioners build momentum, they could certainly be looking down the barrel of a win. But we'll see if that is the case.
Yuho up close with the USP to start this round. He's able to back away, and Luzza keeps him safe with the P2000 at range. The kills keep on coming. Connor with 2 kills over at Ivy. He doubles up with Jacob assisting. And now Artist, the man that you talked about, has got a lot to do there.
And he looks back. He rattles one shot out of the Glock. Looking for the headshot. He'll pick it up. Back in towards Olof he runs. Spotted and tagged. He's dropped to 23. It'll be seeing if he'll be body bagged. He will take one headshot. Jake again picked away. And our Artist has pulled this into a 1v1. This would be the 4K in the pistol.
Yeah, he's just slowly racked up these frags. Pensioners have really let this round slip by giving him these 1v1 fights, and this is sometimes what the Pensioners can run the risk of doing. The bomb's been dropped, though, so that's a problem that Artist has got to deal with. It's over at Ivy, and the time is ticking here. 43 seconds is still plenty of time, but he's got to go get that bomb, which will buy a chunk of time here for the Pensioners player, Luzza, in this clutch. He's just going to go for the fight. Luzza trying to land these shots. Both players whiffing. Reload for Artist, and now he crosses, but Luzza lands the shot he needed, and Pensioners just about save themselves the embarrassment of losing the 4v1.
Yeah, that could have been a heartbreaking way to start things off if you're the Pensioners, but they do get it done nonetheless. They can take a deep breath and realize, okay, we have got the pistol under our belt. It may not have been as clean as we would have liked it, but all that matters is that we got the win. They can come into this with a buy. It's going to be a pretty mixed buy of a couple of M4s, SMG, and an XM in the hands of Yuho. Eidos, it's a forced buy of their own on a few of the pistols, leaving a little bit of cash in the bank, but a few upgraded pistols and nids on 3 players. And Zeth has got that opening.
Oh, aggression from Rigon with the MP5 of all weapons. Don't see that too often. Looks like it's worked for him. He's got a kill elsewhere. Artist, though, in behind them. The knife could be huge here. Extra money in the bank. And the M4 in his hands. He won't be able to use it. But just the extra money is a good bonus for Artist. Puts him up to $6,500. Now the richest player on the server. And he instantly buys the AWP. That's what we want to see. You get the knife, you buy the AWP. You just have to do it.
Yeah, we'll see if that works out for him. We'll see if he can do anything on this T side. He can certainly try and open things up. There's no AWP against him, right? That's the big factor you have to look at here. No one's going to be challenging him, so he can have full reign across the map. Quite a lot of Irish presence on the server at the minute, which is good to see.
Good to see for some people, maybe.
Me.
Yeah.
Well, Giraffe is going to be forced forward. Giraffe with 3 Fs. We all look for the kill. Jacob takes him away. We've got ourselves a man advantage for the CT side.
He's poked his neck out a bit too far there, Dinko. Get it, 'cause he's Giraffe. It's funny.
I get it.
It's really
he
funny.
may be one of those drafts that somehow survived natural selection. One of the short neck drafts. It's the last
could
one.
be.
Keep this man safe. One of his draft safe.
Well, the other Eidos players have also taken some damage. Jay Steffo down to 33 health. Extinct at 34. Artist is just going for the pick here, which I think is a pretty good idea here. 4v5. The AWP can try and get something going, but it's Jay Steffo who lands the one tap. Almost the second kill, but Artist is the man there on the trade, and the kills are all going in favor of Eidos. Only Rigon left to try and clutch.
Rigon, can he make it happen? 1v3, 35 seconds. He'll start to emerge from the connector. Moving out on towards the site itself. The bomb is pretty far away, but it will be recovered by Eidos. But Rigon's going to get himself into a position where he can cause a few problems. Careful to your left, but there's the first. The second as well. Rigon is making this happen. He makes the right read and he looks towards Ivy. He spotted the last player. It's Artist trying to come into the site. He will find himself the headshot and the 3K in conclusion. And the round will go in favor of Eidos. And Artist really is the player that's the shining light right now for Eidos.
Yeah, well played by Artist there, especially once it comes down to the 1v1. He switches away the AWP for the AK just to make sure he's as safe as possible, just to make sure he doesn't miss the shot and then just lose the round straight away. Gives him a bit more breathing room with the AK. And Eidos, after putting some pressure on in these early rounds, have forced Pensioners down to a weakened buy here in round 4. Flashes over A main already, and Jacob unable to line up that opening.
On towards the site, Loza moves forward with CZ. It's going to be Draft with one, a double kill for Draft, and that does put Rigon and Connor into a very unwinnable position now with their Deagles. So we might just see what they can find, but it's probably not going to be too much, if anything.
A save is what seems to be the call at this point. It's interesting that Jacob saved so much money over on the pensioners' side. Maybe saving for an AWP, maybe even just being able to drop some pistols in this next round. See what he decides to do with his boatloads of cash. But yes, Eidos will be winning this round and saving over quite a few SMGs into this next one, which I assume they will keep. Safe in the knowledge that pensioners don't have great money here. So a good start for Eidos. After some early round losses, they strike back in the gun rounds. And it looks as though we will get a couple of investments here for pensioners. It's all Jacob buying in this round, up to 1.8k. Buys the Deeg, the smoke, the flash. He doesn't drop any of his teammates. He buys all the stuff for himself.
Well, the pensioners set up with one player boosted on top of the server. You might have a little battle here, Connor. Going his way. It's just Defo with the MAC-10, see what he can find. Extinct has already pushed up with his MAC-10 through the back of Ivy. He will do damage, but they know where he is. J Steffo will win the battle against Connor. Artist opening things up as well. Riggin coming back in with the Deagle and does well to find the kill. Now we're into a 4v2. EidosGG looking for the kills, and they will get pretty much all of them. JKM stands back with the Deagle. Headshot picked up as J Steffo hits the deck. But it's still going to be a big round to recover here from JKM. A huge one in that. They see the opening. They sprint the bomb to B. This round is just not going to happen for the pensioners. It's Eidos who will take the lead as JKM is just being toyed with inside of the A bomb site.
Ooh, good shot onto Zeth. But as you said, bomb over on the B site means that Jacob is just going to have to save what he can. UMP and a Deeg currently, as well as the Kevlar. Could just go for exit kills. Eidos' money isn't too well established, and pensioners should be buying next round, whatever happens. At the same time, though, Yuho's money is kind of weak, so Jacob could maybe save the UMP. It might be used by one of his teammates, and Eidos aren't offering up any fights at the end here. Both teams will save their guns into the next round, but it's Eidos who will get themselves the lead for the first time in this game.
Well, Eidos, so far, I think look like the better team overall. I think that's fair to say. From the eye test at the beginning, they just have a little bit more about them, especially on this D side, right? That's when things should look a little bit more comfortable for the pensioners, but no. Eidos have definitely shown up, and well, Artist is showing up in a big way. He's 9-2 right now, and he's got that AWP in his hands. JKM has the AWP in his, and we'll see that battle ensue, but it's Zeth already out on towards the site. The kill picked up as Yuho and JKM both fighting the dust. It's a huge play from Zeth. I have no idea how he's allowed to stand alive so long in the open like that.
Oh, it's only Rigon left? Okay then, he's rotating over, but I don't know how much he can do. The answer is not enough. Eidos get the round win. Again, a quick one onto the A-bomb site. Like you said, Zeth getting away with the 2 entry kills to get them off on the right foot from the get-go, and then the rest of the players follow through onto the bomb site. Pensioners unable to stop the Eidos squad. And this is scary now for pensioners, losing a bunch of these early rounds. Looks like Eidos are able to run most of their strats successfully so far. It hasn't been too taxing for them in these early rounds. Other than the pistol round, pensioners haven't been able to do too much so far. We'll see if they can do something in this round, though. They have got pistols, but the B site is currently wide open, and that's where Eidos are going. Yuho's rotated back, though.
Well, Yuho with a Deagle kill, Rigon as well. 4v2, and the pensioners are into a winnable position, a favorable position at that. Eidos sit back and try and recover this round, but their legs have been spotted. Extinct has taken a little bit of damage to the feet. Artist in behind him with the AWP. The Molotov is going to go right into the bomb site, but it's not going to really reach the mark of Yuho, who will be spotted and dropped off the top of the train, but still kill continues to come through. It's only Extinct left into the 1v3. He's found one. He turns back and another picked up. It's on to Luzza, a P250 against Extinct, who is on his own with an AK. He'll stand inside of the site. Moving to the left. Jumping up, but it's the P250 right between the eyes. Extinct will fall, and a pistol wing comes in for the Pensioners.
There we go. That's a good way to get back on track for the Pensioners. Even though they stacked the A site to start that round, they were able to rotate back to B in time. Then they got a couple of players there to be able to overwhelm the players that were pushing from Eidos. And that's what got them into a position where they could actually have a chance of winning the round. And even though Extinct nearly stole it away from them, they get the round win. But Eidos back to this fast A play. This has worked so well for them. They're going to continue to try it.
Well, Zeth able to pick himself up one. It's Rig and gone. Connor doing work. Yuho finding a kill for the CT side, but it's Eidos to continue to move forward up until this point where Luzza managed one. But it's JM, a 1v2 for the M4A1S. The bomb not yet planted, not even in the possession of the T's at the moment, and JM has got his way up Popdog, but he's been spotted, and now he's stuck between two players. He makes the right call, turns back towards T-Con, and Artist is picked off, and JM nearly pulls off the double, but it's Draft that walks away with a win. It's 5-3, and Eidos, another close one, but they edge it out.
Yeah, again, just about getting it over the line. These fast A plays are something that Pensioners are not dealing with right now. They're not really using their nades to deny the early push out through T main. They're not really aware, it seems, that Eidos are pushing so quickly in these rounds. Even though they've seen it before, they can't stop the aggression onto the bomb site. Yuho had an AWP on the bomb train, so he got traded out pretty quickly once he landed one shot because they were so close range against his sniper. Doesn't work out for Pensioners, and now they have to try and do the same. Win a miracle round with pistols, and Artist has landed a good shot to kick things off.
Yeah, one Draft is in with a headshot. Rigging gone. It's into a 4v3. An advantage in play for the Eidos side, including a plethora of upgraded weapons that are much better here than what the Pensioners have brought to the table. Jay Steffo has made his way through the back as well. It's going to be Draft with a headshot. Extincts as well. JM gone. It does leave Luzza. And a 1 versus 4. He does find himself an AK. So maybe he can chip away at them, but pulls the knife at the wrong time, and Jay Steffo will find himself an easy kill. 6-3 here for Eidos, and they are showing up.
Yeah, definitely showing up so far in this game. We've got a different double AWP setup now for Pensioners. Oh no, so it has been dropped over to Yuho. This is what we were seeing earlier. Both Luzza and Yuho picking up the AWPs. Obviously, we know Luzza can be an explosive AWPer. Yuho picking one up as well. Both those AWPs on the A site. So I think this is just to try and stop the quick rush out through T main. They want to have these AWPs on these angles, but the smoke denies the early vision of Luzza. He's got to reposition.
Well, Yuho scoped in towards T-Con. It's going to be a push from Riggin out and towards a site he's going to hold off. Extinct gets completely bamboozled by that and taken off the server. Man advantage in play. Eidos are going to be heading in towards the B-bomb site. Standard execute. Smokes in as they go through. It's a deep run. JM has spotted no one diving through the smoke up until that point. And then Mac-10, a drive-by. Shooting from Zed. It's huge. That allows them to get control of the bomb site. Big swing from Jay Steffo. Manages one towards Luzza, but that's all he will find. Seth gets one, but Connor is left alone. And now he will have to fall away. The AWP being saved on over, and another round being picked up by the Eidos side. 7-3 on the board, and this is impressive.
Yeah, Pensioners finally counter the fast A main plays that were coming through from Eidos in those earlier rounds, but Eidos show they've got more up their sleeve. They've got more rounds available to them. They go for this B play. That Mac-10 just jumping through the smoke somehow gets away with the kill onto the bomb site. That was so well taken by Eidos. And then at that point, once they're on the B site, they know that they've got a great chance at winning the rounds. They can continue to push into the back trains to make life difficult for Pensioners, and Connor's forced to save the AWP. So once again, Pensioners just unable to hold these bomb sites right now. They're just not doing enough on the holds with their individuals. They're going down so quickly that the rotates are never really coming through in time. They're not able to buy time for the rotate to come through. This is Eidos just outclassing Pensioners right now.
Well, Giraffe sitting back has got himself the AK available. He'll move forward and rig on with a beautiful deagle skin. Will look to splat a little bit of blood over the wall. Just hiding in behind the wall himself. And this time, they need everything they can get, the pensioners. A patient default coming in from Eidos as they work their way through Ivy. They're really waiting on that play to come through first of all. Artis. Oh no! Lazza peeking around the corner, getting a double with the deagle. And now things completely shift. The pensioners in full control.
Extinct has to make the play on to B here. He realizes he's got to do something because they're down in a 2v4, and Extinct goes for the fight, but Luzza has got the AWP on the angle, and now Giraffe is going to make noise. There's a flank coming through. Rigon knows the players at ramp. He's got all the information for his teammates. As Giraffe moves into the bomb site, they're going to know exactly where he is. Giraffe unable to win the fight. Jacob too quick on the trigger. Pensioners get their 4th round win in what has been a pretty scrappy game so far, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, it has been a very scrappy game, back and forth. I think Eidos' individual skill is pretty much the only thing that's winning them rounds. I think they obviously have a nice setup, but the defaults don't really work as well as they probably should be. You know, they have the idea behind it, but it's in practice that it seems to falter a little bit. It don't really work a kill out of pensioners early on Ivy. They definitely should have been able to pick off something that. Stefo already up in front. It's Connor with a kill. Rigon and Lazza finding them all. And there it is. Lazza with a 3k. That's the type of opening you want to see from this guy. 5 on the board for the pensioners and a perfect round for them to pick up.
Bit of a whiffed spray down from Stefo there. He probably should have got that kill, but Luzza gets away with it and then goes for the repeat on the last man as well, even though he was only on 13 health, which was ballsy, but that's what Luzza likes to do sometimes. He wants to take fights, and I think with how this game has been going so far, you can't really blame him for that. He wants to get round wins on the board. That's what Pensioners have done in that round, shutting down the fast A play, and that's what Eidos were finding a lot of their early success with. So finally, Pensioners have countered that fast A aggression. This time, though, Eidos all grouping up over to B, and we could see a fast B play.
Well, rushing on in through the lower ramp, it's Jacob and Rigon finding kills. It's Stefo, though, who gets 2. Artis with a follow-up on the Glock, and oh my god. We did say this was scrappy, Alex, but this is something else.
Oh, good shot from Connor. Wasn't given much room to work with, but here's Stefo in the back lines. They don't know he's here, but he can't land the shots. 1v1 now for Connor. Artist has got the AK. He spotted the player. Luzza trying to close the distance, but Artist is sneaking out. This is so smart from Artist. He sees the fake defuse, sprays away, and Artist outmaneuvers Luzza to win the 1v1.
Well, Eidos, 8-5. On the scoreboard, the pensioners got a double up set up in the hands of Connor and Luzza. M4s across the board. This is an important run for both sides. Their money is at breaking point, Alex. Another one of those swing rounds you like to talk about. Eidos already having 8 on the board will confirm themselves at least the round lead going into the second half. And that's impressive from the T side of Train.
Ooh. His aggression in Pop Dog finally pays off for him. The bomb dropped early into this round. He's got more nades he could use to try and lock down this position. He could put down a smoke rig on here to assist, and it's an absolute mow-down. Eidos trying to drop down Pop, and Artist gets 1 kill back. There's another player close. Rigon's got to be careful here. He doesn't want to give this away, but somehow gets away with it. The shadow was spotted, and still Rigon gets away with both frags.
Well, last round of the half, the pensioners walk away with that round, and they'll be wanting more on the board. Eidos will invest everything they possibly can. Seth with the AK, the Deagle's picked up for the rest. Tech9 for a draft to ruin it. But the Tech9 has seen a little bit of an increase. So we'll see whether or not it can get anything done. Round 15 though, Alex. Luzza has certainly showed up. In the last 2 rounds at least.
Ooh, flashbang forces Connor off the angle. Again, this double-up setup has shifted slightly. Yuho was AWPing earlier, but he's pushed in Pop Dog in this round, so I don't think he wants the AWP in that position. Gives it to Connor to hold Ivy. Jacob playing safe on B. He's got the molly ready in case any players push his position. Eidos just working this slow default, trying to see if there's a pick available for them. But Pensioners are playing it pretty safe right now. And there's not that much utility left for Eidos as they lose their first man.
Oregon with a good kill. Connor sitting back in behind the smoke. They'll start to walk in towards him. It's going to be Laza holding on the best as he possibly can. It will not be a kill for him. Connor, though, will pick up one. Riggin and Yuho as well. Does leave Jay Steffo into a 1v4 himself, and he will get one. Pulls the Deagle back and goes for more, but Riggin gets rid of him, and it will be the Pensioners who get themselves 7th round on the board. 8-7 coming in the second into the second half. We've got it close as it can possibly be. So a great match to end the day here, Alex, so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Back and forth throughout the entirety of that first half. I'm glad that Pensioners have been able to recover as well, because I think they're going to need as much room as they can work with heading into this T side. And we're also going to have to see the team play come through more on this T side, which is the concern that we were worried about. But maybe Pensioners have got the fast plays going. But I think that's the best bet for them, to be honest. If you don't have the practice put in as 5 players, if you just go for those fast A main rushes like we saw from Eidos, you can just kind of rely on your individuals and just your pace to catch your opponents out.
Yeah, I feel like the Pensioners at least pull it back, like you said. That is a very positive point, but I feel like they should have done way more on the CT side, and they really could have done more. I think they've put themselves in a difficult position, if I'm being honest. I think Eidos have great individuals, and I think they showed that. So this CT side is definitely going to be an interesting one for Eidos to keep an eye on. And it's good to see some more new players come into the scene, because I know a few of these guys, but never really seen them compete at this level of the UK scene, right? So it's good to see them here. Good to see them fighting for spots. And we'll see if they can take down the Pensioners. 8-7 into the lead by 1, but this pistol is very important.
CZ dropped over to Giraffe for this pistol. Steffo takes a smoke. No kit for the CT side, which is worth remembering in case that bomb gets planted later on. Pensioners, meanwhile, have got the P250 dropped for Yuho, who's currently their bottom fragger, but Rigon just assassinates Giraffe from behind. That's the CZ out of the round, and Rigon will take that into his own hands.
Well, Jay Steffo sits back in behind the smoke. They start running towards him. The USP in his hands. He'll find one. Looking for a follow-up, and it's Connor who will hit the deck. Laza with one, and while Extinct getting the double with the USP. Man advantage here for the CT side. Laza sitting back in towards Hell. Cloak in his hands, holding the headshot angle. Still plenty of time for the Pensioners to work their way into this one. Smoking a flash still left as well here on JKM. But this might be the patience paying off, and, well, Extincts is too quick on the trigger. Headshot picked up, and Laza hits the deck. JKM will fall as well. Artist will confirm the pistol win here for Eidos, and that is a 3K from Extinct as well.
Extinct only the second man on his team up to double digits in terms of kills. Artist very much leading the way up there at 20 frags, but they're getting the round wins, which is the most important thing, and the rest of the squad are very, very close together on the fragging. They've got a chance to improve those numbers in this round because they're against a couple of Glocks and then some Deegs. I'm surprised that Rigon's bought so heavily with the armor as well. He's down to $650.
Well, Zeth. MP9 close up. It's going to be the Pensioners making their way over towards the brown holes. And yeah, quite a bit of investment from Rigon. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this was definitely a misbuy. I don't think you'd be going for this kind of Kevlar helmet situation, especially the helmet. That's the bit that gets me.
Yeah, he can still take a Mac 10 into the next round, I guess. It's not going to be the end of the world for him. And there's always the chance that Rigon can just hang back and wait for some trades next round and then maybe recover one of his teammates' guns, take one of his teammates' AKs. So that could always work. Maybe they just get the bomb plant, though. They're bursting onto this B bomb site. Giraffe with a spray down onto the first, but Rigon's Deeg comes into play, and the kills for Pensioners are paying off. The Deegs are working out for them.
Well, Yuho does get rid of Artist. Jay Steffo in the back lines. Oh, beautiful skin, by the way. There are new ones just keep popping up that look good. This one is a good one.
What's it say there at the bottom of the skin? There's some text. I love skins?
Skins. That would be interesting.
I need him to inspect his skin, but he's not gonna. because he's focused on the fights.
Yeah, we're
Laser
like
focus.
magpies who've seen something shiny.
Yeah.
And while JKM with the kill, the MP9 will take away Stefo. It's the Pensioners who get themselves an 8th on the board. So we have got the Pensioners fighting back early in the second half. That's exactly what you want to see, Alex. Not exactly around, but they should have won, considering we just had a deagle for Rigon.
Yeah, now Eidos's money is screwed. They go for the force buy, and it's not a great force up, but it's what they've got to go with. Giraffe gets an MP9, Stefo's got the scout, and their own weapons are being used against them. Yuho saved that M4 over from the previous round. There's also an MP9 on the T side for Jake M. Giraffe is about to fight him, though, facing again through upper B, and again he gets caught. Rigon with 1 kill before he's traded. It's looking good for Pensioners so far, especially with that kill from Connor.
Connor taking away Seth. Artist trying to do his best, but is overrun by Luzza. And it's 9-9, bomb planted. DRX, oh, nearly planted, not quite. And, well, 9-9, we're even again. This is one of the matches, when we looked at overall, this is definitely was in consideration to be the one to watch, mainly because we know how close it could have been. And while it has started to deliver on that closeness, Alex, we've got ourselves 2 good games today. I think Endpoints was obviously very, very quick and one-sided, but this is complete opposite. Great battle so far. And now the Pensioners should be heading into the lead.
The nade stack wasn't a bad idea, but Pensioners were well positioned to not take much damage from those nades, even though they have players in team main. So unfortunately, the investment from Eidos isn't going to do much for them. Giraffe trying to jump over with the Zeus, I think. Trying to get into that corner. Doesn't work for him. Jacob's already in position, and the money is stacked over on the Pensioners side after some convincing round wins.
Yeah, 10-9, double figures, money in the bank. This is starting to look good. If Eidos lose this one, obviously they're going to be in the bin completely. And even coming into this one, to get an AWP into the hands of Artist, they've had to sacrifice Kevlar, so he's going into the glass cannon. Not a whole lot of utility either to hold this off. The Pensioners are certainly favourite to win this one.
Yeah, once Eidos use these early round smokes, they have, what, 2 smokes and a single flashbang left? I guess you can count the decoy if you really want to. It's probably not going to do much. Oh, Extinct, he's been baited. He's been baited in, and the molly almost gets the kill. The nade also tickled him, down to 8 health. That is not the best start to the round, and J Stefo hits the deck. That's even worse.
Tickling, everyone's favourite torture technique, and we'll see if Rigon can keep it up. It's going to be Extinct hitting the deck. Artist coming around the back lines. There's the kill of the glass cannon. Yuho down. Zeth is going to be caught, but Artist, he's still alive. Back in Ivy with the AWP in his hands. He did have an opportunity, but didn't quite take it. Giraffe's going to move through the smoke, trying to deny the bomb plant. He won't be able to do that, but he certainly will drop Connor.
No support for Connor as he plants, and Giraffe is already on the bomb site. Jacob having to go for the fight to turn it into the 1v1 against the man with glass cannon. Smoke goes down, you're right. That's going to cause issues for Jacob, but he's got the nades of his own. Can he use them, though? He's got flashbang out right now.
Yeah, he has a molly as well. That's the most important piece. Taps on towards Artist. He's off the bomb. Artist is moving out through the smoke. This might just cost JM. He needs to be careful. On the right side, Artist spams away. He doesn't quite see his opponent. Well, this is so well played from JM, making it happen for the Pensioners. They will get an 11th round on the board.
Yeah, I'm surprised, like you said, that Jacob doesn't use the molly there, but fair play to him. The positioning was just right. He knew that he could see the bomb round the left side. He doesn't get pushed through the smoke, which nearly went against him. If those smokes were in slightly different positions, he could have gone down there, but he was in control of the situation, and now it's Eidos's turn to have some weakened buys at the start of this second half. Luzza's already got the opening frag of this round. Flash assist for Connor. Just thrown over the top of team main. But this time, Giraffe's got a kill on the B aggression. And with J Stefo chiming in, Pensioners have got to be careful here.
They really do. J Stefo sitting back. Luzza with the AEK, looking to see what he can do. Looking to see if he can pick anybody off. It's JKM who gets rid of Zeth. Smoke is going to go in towards the connector. Stefo just sitting back with the Deagle in below the ladder. And Luzza there as well. Bomb plant coming through. Draft starting to make his way up. Can't quite deny, but he might just get the kill on towards Luzza if the timing's right and the positioning is strong. And, well, there it is. Drav had an opportunity, but Luzza stays alive. Oh, my God, he runs back in. I thought not for long, but he gets rid of J Steffo easily. And now Drav with no kit, no Kevlar. He has got a smoke, but this is not looking good. The Pensioners should be picking this one up without much of an issue now at this point. A great round so far from Eidos to bring it this close and do this much damage, and it's not over just yet. Drav still doing more. He will not be able to pick up another kill, but still. Decent round from Eidos. Money in the bank. 12-9 now on the board for the Pensioners. 4 away from victory.
Yeah, I think the unfortunate part of this from Eidos is some of those earlier rounds against them were so one-sided that they haven't put too much of a dent in the Pensioners' economy. They've at least bought back the money of Connor and Yuho a bit, but some of the Pensioners players have still got a ton of cash, so it won't be easy to reset this T-side economy. Early flashes over A main, as we see so often, and Rigon's going to make the most of them. The spray, he's blinded himself, he's mollied off as well. Rigon in all sorts of trouble as the early trades begin.
Well, great kill. Artist getting rid of JKM. It's going to be a 3v3. On the back line, Juho is going to take a headshot. J Steffo hits the deck. Need ready. Artist is going to toss that in. Draft starting to emerge from the connector. Spots a couple more. And Draft will fall away back in behind the Molotov. Nade goes through. Luzza dropped to 55 and comes away with the bomb plant secured. The Pensioners looking for their 13th, but Artist is still alive. From the back, he'll find one kill. Draft backs him up with another almost simultaneously. And now Connor playing on the E-box manages one under the head of Artist. Flash is good as he swings to the right, and Draft will take him down. It's a round picked up by Eidos, but again, another close one, right down to a 1v1.
Yeah, good effort from Connor at the end there. I like how he used that flashbang, and he peeked slightly before the flashbang even blinded the opponent because he knew it was going to land behind the E-box. So he was really looking to get the drop on his opponent. It allowed him to hold the angle, but unfortunately Draft's just too quick landing those shots. So even though Connor made a nice move there, it just doesn't work out in the individual fight for him. Again, though, this one remains close as Eidos have got themselves another somewhat scrappy buy. Some nades missing. A FAMAS in play, and Artist lands the shot on the player below Luzza. Luzza goes off the angle just as Artist goes for the further fight. And again, it's all action at the start of this round. Luzza's got one kill back, but he's spotted. His leg is going to be his detriment in this round. Artist gets the kill below the train. Oh my God.
Oh, JKM catches Artist trying to walk forward towards T-Con. It's going to be J Steffo who gets rid of Riggin. Got ourselves only one player, and it's JKM picked off. Immediately, when things are looking good for the Pensioners, they're up 12-9. Everything is looking good for them. Money is in the bank. That's when Eidos strike back, and now it's 12-11. Money is no longer good for the Pensioners. They will invest everything they possibly can into this. But if they lose this round, Alex, they're right back to the pin, and that's where Eidos take control of this game.
Yeah, these past couple of rounds have just been complete chaos as Pensioners go for these A plays over and over again. But I think finally they've been thwarted from going from the fast plays. This time, though, they go over at Ivy, and J Steffo was trying to get aggressive, maybe thinking that Ivy would be clear. That's not the case, though. There are two players waiting for him, and now Eidos have to fight from the back foot for the first time in a while.
Zeth sitting back in the corner. He will be down with one. Could pick up on towards Yuho. Follow-up kill from Extinct as well, and he'll go back for more. Connor will find a headshot. Extinct will fall. Zeth able to pick up a frag on towards Connor. Luzza and Riggin into a 2v3. Pensioners could certainly still win this, but Eidos in the driver's seat in round number 24. Bomb still in their possession, so if Rigon can do anything here, that would be huge. There's the headshot. Draft gone. Now they know where the bomb is, but it doesn't matter because Rigon continues to move forward. He's got himself a second. That's 3 overall in the round. And now Artist up inside of heaven. He needs to deliver.
Oh, he spots the players, but the window's not broken, so as he drops down, they know where he is.
Oh.
No scope onto the bomb site, and he turns it into the 1v1. He has the kit to work with as well, so he can tap this bomb, and Luzza's got to go into the open. Luzza's not fallen for it, though. He's staying behind the green train. Artist is working round here with the AWP. The smoke fades. Artist misses the shot, but they both miss. Now Artist goes on top of the train. He spots Luzza. He's going back for the bomb here. He's trying to see if he can stick this one. He knows that Luzza has run away. Luzza needs to get into the open now, and Artist doesn't get the defuse. Luzza finds it just in time, and Pensioners win an incredibly close round.
That was so close. Artist nearly pulling it off. Over flicks to the right on his first opportunity to win the round. Goes back in for the defuse and was milliseconds away from winning that. Lazza comes through for the Pensioners, and it's 13-11. What a game this is, Alex. So close at every round, and we'll see a force buy come in from the CT side. It's not a great buy, but they have left enough in the bank to get their buy into the next one.
There ain't no rest for the wicked, Dinko. It's another fast round. Yuho pushing out through T main. Another kill for the CTs. The Zeus kill for Giraffe. It's all gone horribly wrong for Pensioners. Off the back of the clutch in the previous round, they're in trouble in this one.
I hate the call to go fast. I absolutely hate it from the Pensioners. Feel like they definitely could have slowed that one down a little bit. Take a breather from all the chaos that has just been ensuing. They've given Eidos a way back into this. This should have been the Pensioners grabbing 14, but Connor is still alive. He may be able to do enough to get his team the win and to rectify the mistakes made early. He'll come back up through the top ramp, looking in towards the brown halls.
No kit, no nades for the CTs. Yeah. That gives them a chance.
And they've all come in from the same position, though. That's the problem. And he's got the op, so they're just watching the ramp. He hasn't been able to sort of dilute this defense at all. So full sticks coming in. Nice quick shot. Takes away Artist. That's really, really intelligent not to immediately look for the bomb. And well, he's going to go back, misses the shot, and Steffo will get rid of him. Another close attempt from Connor, unfortunately going the way of Eidos.
You definitely see a world in which Connor could have won that there. That second shot, if that lands, I don't know if there's time for the defuse. I think he might have had it, but even though Connor did his best, his teammates were all dead at the start of the round, so he should never really have been in that position in the first place. Like you said, the decision to go quick in that round is probably what cost them, especially because Eidos have been willing to push through B in a bunch of these rounds. Giraffe does it again in this one. If you were just waiting in a default, you'd probably get the kill onto Giraffe there, but it doesn't happen for them. But now Pensioners are the ones who have the weak buy. This is anyone's game as Steffo dies in his own molly, I think. I don't know.
I don't know what happened there, but he is dead.
He died at Ivy, so I guess his own molly?
Maybe he killed himself with a nade or something. I don't know. Oh, Artist doesn't get rid of Lazza. Now the pistols starting to look less likely to be successful, but there is still all that opportunity still available to them. Zeth just needs to fall here, and that's exactly what Yuho will do. A little bit laboured, but eventually we'll get the same result. Yuho has an M4, jumps up on top of the ladder. His teammate falls. It's now only Yuho, and he will fall. 13-13, scoreline even again.
Pensioners don't have fantastic money, but at this point of the game, they decide they have to buy. With the score being even, with there not being many rounds left to work with, they're going to go for the investment. Not too many nades, full AKs at the very least, although Rigon is without a helmet, which is a shame because he's been the top fragger. He's been the standout man for the T side. Artist, though, on the CT side has been the standout performer, and he's peeking B early with this AWP.
The flash goes out. It's going to be Steffo trying to play off the back of it. Connor. Oh no, this is not exactly the most successful at the start, but then walk away with their reward. That was very scrappy, Alex, but CTs, they make it work anyway.
Eidos have pushed through B again. They keep doing this. They keep getting away with it. They're going to do it again. Giraffe's on the flank, and Pensioners have got no clue what's about to hit them. Giraffe doesn't even get the kill. It's Zeth that steals it away, but that's just too much map control that Pensioners are giving away. Great shot from Yuho, though. Maybe they're still in this. Oh, it's a team kill.
Team kill. Oh, no, that is absolutely heartbreaking because this is a round that Pensioners needed everything. They had the deficit already, but that makes it so much more difficult to win. JKM now the last remaining player in a 1v4. Eidos are going to grab 14 unless JKM makes this happen. He has the bomb and he's sprinting towards B.
It's another bomb plant, maybe. Not even guaranteed, though, because Artist is pushed in through upper. Smoke should keep him safe for the time being, but how can Jacob get into a position to win this round? He flashes, might give away his position somewhat.
It's a decoy.
It's actually a decoy. I've been debated.
Yeah, you fell for the decoy, Alex.
What an idiot.
He does have a flash. He still has one. He'll make his way back in towards CT. And just holding on. Smoke is on towards the bomb. He has a decent little lineup here. He can go quickly, but he's got so many obstacles in his way. The defuse will come through. Absolutely no problem from the Eidos side. JKM at least gets the money, but he will fall at the end as well. The money is not good here for the Pensioners. Eidos should be getting 15 here. Now Pensioners have the decision. Do we go for a half buy and save for overtime?
Looks like that call has been made. They are going for the half buy. Quite a few nades alongside these pistols, and honestly, with how this game has been going, we've seen the chaos in these rounds, so they can definitely put themselves in positions where these pistols can find success if they keep finding some of these close fights that have been happening so far throughout this game. They've also got the Deags, so they can just wait at distance. And this time, Pensioners, I think, are just waiting for this B aggression that we've seen so often from Eidos. They're hoping to punish that, but Eidos are aware that they're against a weaker buy, or they could be against a weaker buy here, so they're not going for the B aggression this time round.
Holding on, Giraffe will get one. Extinct as well, and Giraffe with another. This bomb plant won't even come through. It's 15-13. Eidos with a flawless round win. One away for victory here. Pensioners have fought hard, but in these last few rounds, it started to crumble. It's do or die time. It's overtime or it's over.
Overtime or it's over is exactly the way to put it for Pensioners at this point. They're close to being able to be in with a chance of getting their first win on the board, but right now it's not looking likely. Artist up there at 32 kills, has got the AWP in his hand, and Luzza has got the early aggression out through team main.
Well, Artist with a kill, Luzza gone.
Where's the follow-up? I guess his teammates got mollied off, but yeah, it's just an easy pick.
It's simple, no trade, no pressure even applied. The Pensioners just let it slide. Now they're going to go back in towards B. The smoke deploys in towards the lower ramp. Draft has spotted one player close already, but they continue to run forward. Lineup is there. Draft gets one.
Oh, Seth gets one on the other side of the map, and Giraffe does give away his life. That may give Pensioners a chance, especially with Rigon landing a second shot. He crosses over, tries to take the fight, but Artist is there with the AWP, and it's all on Connor.
Well, Connor, he's been in clutches so far, but this is going to be very, very difficult. He connects the first. Jumping in towards the site, looking for the second or towards Zeth if possible, but it's not going to be easy for him. Connor goes and he will fall. Artist makes it happen. And Eidos, they will walk away with victory 16-13. What a game that was. So close at every turn, Alex. Back and forth he went, but it's the Pensioners who take the loss, and Eidos come out on top.